Hi, boys and girls. Okay, we are going to get started with page 541 in our math workbook. So everybody go ahead and get out your math workbook. We're going to
I'm here too.
lesson 8.1, and it's called Measuring with Inch Models. I had Riley cut me up little models because I actually don't have any at home, so they're just 1 inch by 1 inch. It's okay if they're a little bit off. We're going to go through them together. All right, so if you don't have these, just follow along with mine. That's why I'm doing the YouTubes. Okay. Now here is the sheet we are working on now, as close as I can. Okay. So it says use color tiles to measure the length. So when you're measuring length, and I'm going to have Riley stand on this side. When you're measuring, when you get to the end of the tile, you're just going to make a little notch with your pencil.
Okay.
So right there, and then I know when I slide it, I'm going to slide it again. She's going to make another notch. And then I'm going to slide it one more time. She doesn't need to make a notch there because we're at the end. So if I look to see how many color tiles that was, it was 1, 2, 3 color tiles. So I'm going to write a 3 right where it says color tiles.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at the brown pipe cleaner. We're going to do the same thing with the measuring. So these are our color tiles. We're going to measure across. So we have 1, 2. Notice how she's making that notch. 3. And we don't have to make one there. We're at the end. So we can see there is 1, 2, 3, 4 color tiles that made it across. All right, we're going to look at this last one. There's a purple pipe cleaner here. I'm going to use my inch tile, so I have 1, 2. So there were just 2 tiles that made up that purple one. All right, so it says describe how to use the color tiles to measure the length of an object. So all you have to do is you have to slide the color tile along. So you might say like, oh, I only have 1 color tile. How am I going to do that? Well, Riley showed you how to do that. We just slide that tile over. We make a notch where it's at the end, and then we slide it over. We make sure we're very accurate so that the numbers are accurate. So for page 541, you should have 3, 4, and 2 as your answer. Go ahead and flip your page. If ever I'm moving too fast, don't forget you're able to pause me, which is a positive, because in school you can't pause me. You can just hit the pause button. Or if you need to go to the bathroom, you don't have to chase me. You can just hit pause and then resume after the bathroom. Okay. All right, so we are now on page 542. And it says a color tile is about 1 inch long. So Riley made them about 1 inch long. Okay. Count the color tiles to find how many inches long the string is. So we can see that it is 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles long, which is the same as 4 inches long. Can you go help your sister?
Yes.
Okay, Harper's not very happy right now. So I'm going to go ahead and trace in that 4 because it's 4 tiles long. All right, so we're going to practice doing these tiles. Number 1, we have 1. I'm going to make my notch. I'm going to slide it over. 2, make my notch. 3. So there's 1, 2, 3. It is about 3 inches long. Okay, this red string right here, we're going to measure it in inches, but we're going to use our little inch square. So I have 1. Riley, did you want to make the notch or no?
Oh, yeah. I was watching Harper.
2, 3, 4, and there's a little bit more, so we're going to go ahead and say it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about 5 inches long. All right, so let's look at this short strip. Let's just estimate before I even do it. So if we knew this one was 3 and this one was 5, how long do we think this one's going to be without even using this color tile? Riley, what would your estimate be?
I think it's going to be about 2 because it's less than the number 1.
Okay, so it looks less than that number 1. Let's see if she's right. We have 1, notch it, 2. So it's about 2 inches long. All right. And then the last one on this page is a straw. So if this one was 2, this one was 3, this one was 5, how long do you think this one's going to be? So it's in between the 3 and the 2. It's a little bit longer than the 1. Riley, how long do you think that one's going to be?
I think it is going to be 4.
Let's see if she's right. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So she was right, about 4 inches. So we had 4 inches long for this top string, 3 inches, 5 inches, 2 inches, and 4 inches. All right, let's continue to practice with the next page. So I have out my inch tile. It says use colored tiles, measure the length of the object in inches. So let's go 1, slide it over, 2, about 2 inches. Ready? 1. This is a gold chain. It reminds me of H-Dog's gold chain. 2, 3, 4, about 4 inches. Okay, next one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little bit more than 5, but it's closer than the 5 than the 6, so I would say about 5 inches. If you got 6, that would be okay, though. It says about, so it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, this orange crayon, we have 1, 2, and 3. But now that you've practiced this seems like it's pretty easy. The biggest mistake is when kids don't start at the edge. Sometimes they start like in the middle and then they get their answer wrong. So make sure you start at the edge and you make your notches so it's like a perfect lineup. All right, let's do this next one.
Number 9.
Number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 4 inches. So now we have a story problem. It says,
Can I read it?
blue paper chains are 4 inches long. Riley, circle 4 because that's an important number. Red paper chains are 3 inches long. So we're going to circle 3 because that's an important number. How many are needed to have 10 inches of paper chains? So we know we want a total of 10. So let's think. Let's start with 1 blue one and 1 red one. So I'm going to show you how I would put it up on my paper. So I would do, I know a blue is 4, and I know that the red one is 3. And I know I need to get to 10. Does 4 plus 3 equal 10? No. What does 4 plus 3 equal? Riley?
7.
It does equal 7. So 7 plus what number is going to get me to 10? Riley?
3.
A 3. So I'm going to put a 3 here. Now, was the red one 3 or is the blue one 3? Riley?
The red.
The red one. So I know I need how many blue paper chains? 1. And how many red paper chains?
3.
Nope.
Oh, 10.
Okay,
7.
so paper chains are 3 inches long.
3.
And I needed 2 of them. So 2
6.
red paper chains.
Oh, very good. Whatever.
All right, so 1 blue paper chain, which is 4 inches long, and 2 red paper chains, which is...
Huh? 2.
You're
1.
not, you're not. I'm giving you a new one because you're making faces into the screen. All right, so if you didn't get some of that, you can go back and copy it in. All right, we have a couple story problems I would like to go over.
You know why I'm making funny faces?
Why, Riley?
Because I'm the weird one here. Where's my pen?
All right, so let's take a look. Number 11 says, blue paper chains are 8 inches long. Red paper chains are 6 inches long. How many are needed to have 22 inches of paper chains? Riley, where do you think we should start on this?
You should start by adding the 8 inches of blue paper and the 6 inches of red paper.
Okay, so we know that blue is 8, and we know that the red is 6. And we know how much total do we need?
We need 22.
Okay. So does 8 and 6 equal 22?
No,
No. What does 8 and 6 equal?
14.
All right. What could I add to 14 to get to 22? Riley?
8.
Another 8. Which one was 8, the blue or the red?
The red. No, the blue.
The blue.
I was looking down at the
So
other
looking
one.
here, 8 plus 6 equals 14 plus 8 equals 22. So it says how many are needed to have 22 inches of paper chains. So blue, we have how many?
2.
2. And how many reds do we have?
1.
Just 1. So 2 blue paper chains and 1 red paper chain. Should you show me your work?
Yes.
Yes. Don't just write the answer in. Okay. All right. Liza has a ribbon that is 12 inches long. I'm going to circle 12 because that is an important number. She needs to cut it into pieces that are 4 inches long. I'm circling 4. That's an important number. How many pieces can she make? All right. So what is the total amount, Riley?
The total amount is 16.
No.
Wait, what?
How long is her total ribbon?
Oh, 12.
Okay, so we're going to draw a ribbon that's worth 12. Here's her ribbon, and that whole ribbon is 12 inches. Okay, she's going to divide that into sections of 4. So here's my first section, 4. Am I at 12 yet?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to add another section of 4. Am I at 12 yet?
No.
Nope, I'm only at 4, 8. I'm going to add another section of 4. Am I at 12 yet?
Yes.
Yes, so how many sections of 4 did I have, Riley?
3.
3 sections of 4. I had 1, 2, 3, or 4, 8, 12. So the
It's
total
kind
is
of
12.
like division.
Okay, thank you for that input, Riley. All right, Riley would like to read us the next one.
Yay! Jeremy used color tiles to measure a string. Each tile is 1 inch long. How long is the string? Circle the number in the box to make the statement true.
All right, so since Jeremy used those colored tiles to measure that string, and each tile is worth 1 inch, how long is that green string? Riley?
3.
No.
What?
Here's the green
5.
string.
Oh, 2.
Only 2. Gotta be careful and really double check your answer there.
Did not see. I thought you meant how many boxes were there.
All right. Homework page. Let's go through it real fast. We're going to use colored tiles to measure that pencil. So take out your tile again if you have it. Riley, you can do the
Yay.
notches. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, should I count the notches or should I count the spaces, Riley?
The spaces.
The spaces. Don't count the notches, count the spaces. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to count that whole space in between. All right, let's measure the paper clip. 1, 2. How many, Riley?
2.
Good. The next one, ready? 1. We actually don't need notches because they already have notches for us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it says look around your classroom, find an object that is about 4 inches long. Draw and label the object. Riley, what's something in our virtual classroom that would be about 4 inches long?
4 inches.
What is it, Max? No,
that's
would be
bigger.
longer.
Maybe this expo marker.
Okay, that would be a good one. So we would draw the expo marker. Here, you hold that up there. I'm going to draw an expo marker on the board. And it says draw and label the object. So I'm going to put expo marker. You don't have to draw an expo marker. If you see something else at your house that is 4 inches, you can draw that as well. It says describe how you would find an object that is about 8 inches long. So how could you find an object that's about 8 inches long?
I know.
Max?
It's not the question. I know.
The computer.
Nope.
About 8 inches long.
On
And
this
how?
That's not the
Where's
question.
the pen at?
That's not the question.
The book.
It says describe how
the
you
book.
would find.
Yeah, so if you said a book, and how would we see if it really was 8 inches, Max? How could we measure it?
The book.
What?
With a
Wait.
what? What tool do you
Oh.
use to measure?
Ow.
A ruler.
Okay, you could use a ruler. What else did we use today in our lessons? Riley?
These inch blocks.
The color tiles. Very good. So you could use your book, you could use a ruler, you could use color tiles, and he is right. Usually books are about 8 by 12 or 8 by 11, so that would be a good one. If you're not done copying this, hit the pause button. I'm moving on. Okay.
No.
All right. Last page, page 546. Jesse used color tiles to measure the rope. Each color tile measures 1 inch. About how many inches long is the rope? Riley, you can redeem yourself on this one.
Okay. It is 3.
Good. 3. 1, 2, 3. The rope ended right there.
Can I read it?
Go ahead.
Adam has 3 coins. What is the total value of his coins?
Okay, so who knows what kind of coins these are? Riley?
Nickel?
Nickels. And when we do nickels in class, I always put 1 dot on them because when we count nickels, we count by 5s. So it would be 5, 10, 15, 20. So our total value is 20 cents. Remember, we do 20
Make sure
with the
you
cent
put
sign.
the 20 cents, because if you just put the 20, it looks like it's just a 20 number.
Or it could be $20.
Yeah.
All right, what time does that show? It says look at the clock hands. So it's in between the 4 and the 5. So I always say, if it's in between, you go back. If it's in between, you go back. So it's in between the 4 and the 5. So thinking about my song, we go back to the 4 for the hour. And we know that when it's on the 6, that means it's 30. So 4:30. Do we know if it's AM or PM? We don't know. Harper is currently climbing up her roller coaster. Do you see her?
Boom chakalaka.
There's your butt. All right, last problem.
Can I read it?
Go ahead.
Hank has 84 marbles in a bag. His friend Mario has 71 marbles in his bag. How many marbles do they have all together?
Okay, so when we add, because all together means to add, we're going to always start in what place, Riley?
The ones.
The ones place. So I did my TO. 4 plus 1 equals what?
5.
Good. And 8 plus 7 equals what?
15.
15. So 155, and I'm even going to add my label marbles.
Riley's not right.
Okay, that is all for today's lesson. So between today, I'm filming on Monday, so you have the rest of today to do this, and then all day tomorrow to get pages 500. Let's see. I don't want to say the wrong page numbers. So you are going to do page 538, 539, and then you're going to do 545, 546, 544, 543, 542, 541. And I just gave you all the answers. I went through each problem with you, so no excuses. You can get it done. If you do have any questions, though, feel free to message me on Google Classroom or send me an email, and I can re-explain something for you. So I will talk to you soon. Riley, you want to say goodbye?
Bye.
Max wants to say goodbye.
Bye.
Harper, you want to say goodbye? Wait, bye-byes. Mrs. Grumpy.